We're still jamming.
Mm,
We're
mm, mm,
still jamming. We're
mm.
still jamming. All right. Listen. Yes, you are in the right place.
They're like, what? Wait, I don't understand
This
where
is
we are.
still the Doing the Doctorate podcast.
Why
We
are
are still
they?
in season 3. We just had life going on, and we were doing what doctors do, and we just couldn't make it happen to be in the same studio tonight. But it is still the Doing the Doctorate podcast, and I'm still me. I'm still Dr. Kesslin, founder of the PhD Consultants. So happy that you are here.
Yes.
So happy that you're able to tune in. I help people get in, through, and out of their doctoral program so they can make a dynamic difference in the world. But you know that I don't do this show by myself. I am so thankful to have.
Yay.
Y'all, I think she had some coffee tonight. I
Yes.
promise you, she must have had 5 cups of coffee today. She is
Oh,
all the way
I'm
live.
so live tonight. So my daughter sang
Listen.
today in church, and we had some fun today. So today is a good day, and I'm super hyped. So
All right, we love it. Dr. O is the CEO, founder, director of STEM Early LLC, early childhood educator extraordinaire. She is here,
well,
not.
here, there, and everywhere.
Hey, oh,
Oh, hey, oh. So I'm hyped. I had a great week of training, a
oh.
great week of teaching, but I was not traveling. So
Well, yes, that's
question
right. Last
is
week you said
how
you were going to rest.
I had rest. We said last week we're going to prioritize rest. And so I've
Rest
done that. I've taken
as
naps.
resistance.
Rest was my resistance this week. So I've had a great week, and I feel energized, and I feel ready to take on another week. But how are you? Because you have been traveling all over the place.
I've been traveling. How am I? My coaches told me I need a new word for tired. So
Okay.
I am in the process of being rejuvenated. I'm in the process of being rejuvenated. Yeah.
Come on, reframe. Come
Yeah.
on,
Reframe
reframe.
that thing. I'm in the process.
I like it.
Yes, of prioritizing my own rest as
Absolutely.
resistance. Yes. But all is well. I'm thankful, man. So you did training last week for.
So I got trained. Well, I got a certification.
Oh, that's right.
I'm getting my 0 to 3 critical competency certification. So those classes were all last week, and then I have a couple more classes this week. And then I did a lot of training with Montgomery County. So that's what I was doing all week.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Where was I this week? This week I did a presentation at Ohio University
Nice.
on microaggressions, biases, and culture.
I need that.
Yeah. We need to connect on doing that kind of thing.
Yes, 1,000%.
Yeah. What else? I attended the baccalaureate program directors conference in New Orleans. Had a chance to see my big brother. Hey, big brother.
Shout out, hey.
So it was good. It's been a great week, but I'm thankful. Well, we start every show with a thought, and we are in a series for this season. We're calling this the Legacy Series. So every week we talk about legacy, and we connect what we're doing to the concept of legacy. And we use legacy as an acronym. We did 2 L's, an E, and a G. And tonight we are on the letter A. So tonight we're talking about assessment and adaptation. So assess and adapt. So this is the A in our legacy series. So our doctoral thought for the day is: progress may feel like backwards movement at times, and it does, but will result in a forward positioning and the ultimate fulfillment of a goal. Right? Progress may feel sorry. Thank you. Progress may feel like backwards movement at times, will result and a forward positioning and ultimate fulfillment of a goal. So last week we talked about goal setting and managing time. And sometimes when I have
You got the sneeze?
I think like the seasons are changing. Today was my first sneeze.
No, it
I think
is
the seasons
March.
are changing. Yeah, it's
It's
March. I can feel it. My body's like, I feel
yeah.
it, and it's more than the dust in my house.
Ma'am.
I wasn't even in my house when I started sneezing. Nonetheless, yeah. So forward movement. I mean, progress.
Yes.
It can not look like forward movement at times,
Yeah,
but it is.
but it
It
is.
is. And really, in order for you to progress, you have to assess and adapt. So that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about tonight. Before we get into the meat of the discussion,
Yes, we have to do our shout outs.
come
Don't
on.
forget the shout outs. Almost
Listen,
forgot. I'm
the
glad you
shout out. Every week we shout out doctors. So if you are watching this
Yes.
show and you are a doctor, we need you to type it in the comments because people read them. Actually, they read them, and we want other people to know that you can get a doctoral degree in almost anything, right?
Yep.
So we want you to write your name, what your doctoral degree is in, and where you attended, or maybe where you're living now, like where you're logging in from, where you're connecting from. We want people to know what they can get a doctoral degree in. So
Yes.
type it in the comments. Type it in the comments. Oh, any thoughts about our thought for the day? Progress.
Progress, assess and adapt. I think so many.
Whoa, I have stomped the O. There's no O-ism. What? Listen, y'all, when I tell you she had 5 cups of coffee today, I know it may have been 6 or 7.
I'm not stumped. I'm just thinking about my own journey of assessing and adapting and how I had to assess and adapt when I was writing my dissertation 4 times. And it was hard. And it felt
Full times.
Yes.
Start over 4 times.
Over. Like
Yeah.
a whole new topic, a whole new lit review, a whole new methodology. And I felt like I was moving backwards a lot of the times. But thank God for my chair, because he's the one who helped me just understand that I'm still moving forward. Like all is not lost. And I think when I think about assess and adapt for everyone in the journey, adaptation is not quitting. Don't assess and quit. Assess and adapt to move forward, because when you assess, that assessment may turn out that you're not on the right road and you need to make some changes. So adapt to those changes. But I guess my question, and this is why I probably was stumped, when you assess and you discover that you're not on the right track and you need to adapt, how do we assess and adapt without being discouraged?
Well, what makes us think that their discouragement doesn't have a role? It's okay to be discouraged.
Wow.
It's a part of the human experience. It's a feeling. It's real. It's not okay to stop. But it's okay to feel what you feel in the moment. You are human. You will be discouraged when something happens that doesn't seem to move you in the direction that you're wanting to go.
That's good, because I don't know. I feel like we're not supposed to feel that way. We're supposed to be just super excited about our research. We're in the writing process, and giving us permission to be discouraged.
Absolutely.
But not stop. I think that's key, because a lot of people do stop. I know a lot of people.
50%, Doc.
Oh,
50% stop. 50.
Wow.
50% stop. ABD. I won't do this anymore. 50%.
Yeah. Well, tonight is going to be important, because I feel like it's at the assessment phase when we are done assessing and then we need to adapt. It's like it feels overwhelming.
Yes, it can. Yeah.
And so you feel overwhelmed, you feel discouraged, and you're just like, screw it, I'm not adapting. I'll just take the ABD. I know a lot of people with ABD.
Yeah, that's not the
But that's not going to help you build legacy.
No.
So talk to us. How can we assess and adapt?
So here we are. When we talk about assess and adapt, so here are the doctor's orders, right? If we're going to build legacy, we must assess and adapt. And in this doctoral journey, those two elements must be in every part of the process.
Wow.
So the concept of assessment and adaptation really is counterintuitive to what we've been taught in our educational journey. In the journey, we've been taught that there is a right and there's a wrong. And if you get it right, you pass. If you get it wrong, you fail.
That's good.
And who wants to fail? But in the doctoral journey, to get it right means you've learned something, but to get it wrong also means you've learned something.
Mm-hmm.
And you learn from you learn that maybe I need to figure out why this didn't go well and tweak it and try it again. That's what research is.
Yeah.
Research is asking questions, testing, asking questions, developing a thought, a hypothesis, what we think is going to work, testing it and saying, that was good, that worked, or that didn't work, or I didn't include this set of people in my process. That's what research is. And it is so difficult. When I do doctoral coaching, it is so interesting. And I get it. But it's interesting to see people who really are challenged by this whole, some people are challenged by assessment, taking an introspective look at your strengths. I'll come to that in a minute. But most people are challenged in the area of adaptation because it's counterintuitive to what we've been taught.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? It's you don't get a chance to get it right. If you score poorly on your SAT, then you don't get in, or your ACT, right?
Yep.
If you don't get the grades, then you failed.
Mm-hmm.
So until we get to the doctoral degree, the doctoral process, we don't understand this. We see things through a black and white lens.
Yeah.
But assessment and adaptation are very different. So here we go. In order for us to leave a legacy, the A of the legacy building process is to assess and adapt. So first step, there are 5 points. Let me see if I can get to them.
Mm-hmm.
5 points. The first is that we must regularly self-assess. Self-assess. Think about your progress, your skills, your knowledge throughout the journey. Hold a mirror. I'm talking about the man in the mirror. Hold a mirror and say, you know what? I really don't get this. I really am struggling. I do this very well. I think if I tweaked my schedule, I could do more. Those are a part of self-assessment, looking at yourself, figuring out what your gaps are, whether it's in understanding or doing, so that you can tweak it.
Mm-hmm.
But assessing is the first step. Second step, get feedback. We talked last week about, and the weeks before, in fact, our season 2 is about building a doctoral community. Right? But the important part of the community is getting feedback and utilizing the feedback as a part of your assessment process and improvement process. Sometimes we don't want to hear what anybody has to say.
Especially about our baby.
Listen. I say this to my coaching clients all the time. It feels like somebody called your baby ugly.
And we don't want to hear that.
No. No. But it's important to hear. It's important to hear. Like, this section it doesn't read well. Listen, and you may have written it 10,000,000 times. You're cringe. She said, I cringe. It hurts, but that feedback makes it better.
Mm,
And you got to seek feedback from your peers, your advisors, your mentors, people who walked this journey
mm.
before. I don't care what anybody says. This doctoral journey is a different kind of beast.
Listen.
And you have well-intentioned, good-hearted people in your circle. They don't get it.
Yeah.
They can't, you can't, there's certain things you can't get until you walk this walk.
Listen, we said that last week. Stop looking at people who don't embody your goals. Stop looking for advice from people who don't embody where you're trying to go because they don't know.
They don't know. Good. They mean well, but they don't
They
know.
do.
They
Yeah.
don't know. So find you somebody, a peer, a colleague, a person who's gone through the process to give you some honest feedback. And then, listen, this is not a part of the 5. Don't ask questions when you're not ready for answers.
Woo, 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 woo.
Don't ask for feedback until you're ready
Yeah.
to really hear it. Are you, one of my friends says, are you open to feedback?
Wow. I love that. I love that preface.
Yeah. Are you open?
I'm open.
If you're open, let's talk about it. If you're not, it's okay. Be honest.
Yeah.
So, all right, regular assessment, feedback, and utilization of the feedback.
Mhm.
Flexibility in methodology. Research rarely goes as planned.
You see me laughing. Sorry. Woo, flexibility
Man,
in methodology. Say it for the people in the back.
flexibility. Research rarely goes as planned.
Rarely.
Like you need 10 to I was talking to somebody today. I need 7 to 10 people to be in my focus group. So I want you to think about like what will happen if you don't get the 7, like where are you going to get the 7?
Mhm.
I've had so many I remember one of my clients was doing research on domestic violence, care providers and burnout with care providers. And she could not get 10 to 12 people to interview
That's real.
in her geographic area.
That's real.
So then what do?
That's real.
Research rarely goes as planned. So you have to be flexible. You have to think outside of the box. You have to think, okay, how else? Where else can I tap? Who else can I talk to? Maybe I need to change my methodology. Maybe I need to do some snowball sampling. Yes, it may not have the validity. It may have some questions, but I know if I touch this person and this person knows this person and they sit on this board and they.
That's good.
Research rarely goes as planned. So you got to be flexible.
Gotta be flexible.
Got to be flexible. All right. Be willing to modify your research methods. Still with integrity.
Mm-hmm.
You still want to be ethical.
Yes.
You still may have to get approval, but be ready to make some modifications. All right. All right. So regular self-assessment, utilization of feedback, being flexible in your methodology, adapting to changing circumstances. My committee member dropped off the committee. My methodologist wants me to change my methods. Something always happens in the journey. Something always happens. So you're going to have to adapt to change. So what I say to my clients is I call this the dance. Like when you're getting past, you finished your classes, you're writing your dissertation and you're getting feedback and you're making feedback. You're making the changes, sending it back. Everybody on your committee is giving you feedback. And sometimes the feedback from the two committee members, they don't agree on what to do.
Been there, done that.
You have to adapt to the changes that are being requested. And here's the reality. Every time you go back to the dance floor to dance, you're building a level of resilience. It
100%.
doesn't feel good, but
100%.
it's going to be for your good.
100%.
Right? Right? Like
100%.
every time. Like you may take one day to recover after the person has seemingly slashed your baby, but you're going to be all right.
You gonna be
You
all
can, yes. Come on, Ty. You can bend and not break.
Mhm.
The process. It's go. You gotta,
Yeah.
you gotta, you gotta go with the flow. All right. You gotta bob and weave, as they say. You gotta bob and weave. Right. Last thing. It's an iterative process. Right. You will see something wrong with your dissertation 15 years after you wrote it.
Yes.
Like my dissertation, I looked at it, every once in a while I pick it up and I'm like, man, I really should have done this better. Or I could have used this method. Or
Yeah.
like it changes over time. It evolves, right? You may have to revisit that literature review or
Mm,
redefine those
mm,
questions.
mm.
Time, especially those questions, time and time again. Or adjust your data analysis technique or reevaluate your hypothesis. Like it doesn't stop.
Yeah,
The
it doesn't.
process teaches you to ask questions about the questions about the questions about the questions. Like
Yeah,
it doesn't stop. So just know it's okay.
yeah, it's okay.
This is not a it is a pass fail, but at this level,
It's not.
it's thinking about a process. It's not black and white.
That's heavy.
So assess and adjust. Right? Assess and adjust. Oh, your
That's
thoughts.
that's heavy. I mean, the one thing that I continuously heard as you were talking is that assessment and adaptation is not a binary process. That's very difficult when you spent your whole educational career
That's
being
what I'm
taught
saying.
that it's binary. And so
Yes.
and that's
There's
why
one way.
one way. And if you didn't get it right the first time, why keep trying? Because there is a right way and there is a wrong way in which to do something, and stepping out of that binary to assess and adapt, and with the understanding that assessment and adaptation is not a means to an end. There's no end. It's continuous. Like we're going to be assessing and adapting from now until eternity. We
Absolutely.
haven't been taught that way in American public education.
Exactly.
So it's you always say this, but it's true. It's a different kind of beast.
Yes.
That's why you need the support and you need the community. You need to go back and watch season 1 and season 2 real talk. Okay, because if this is heavy for you, we got some strategies in season 1 and season 2, but this is real and it's heavy. I was just sitting here like breathe in, breathe out, because it's heavy. And then it continues to when you do what doctors do, because you may present for the conference and you may get feedback from people that don't agree, for people that say, well, did you think about this when you were writing this article? And then you got to assess and adapt there too,
Absolutely.
because it's forever changing and
Yes.
people are forever changing. Cultural norms are forever changing.
Yes.
Technology is, and all these things impact your research. So really for me, my biggest thing is step out of the binary. And even after getting a doctorate, I still have to fight the binary.
Absolutely. Because we've been taught to think right, wrong, heaven, hell.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
there's no let's think about this thing. Let's process this thing a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the biggest part about doctoral education, and for me being at Howard Divinity School, was I learned that it's okay to not have all the answers.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah. The power of the question.
Yeah, because that's essentially research. You said you ask questions, you have a thought, you create the thought, and then you test it.
That's it.
You don't have the answer. That's why you made the thought.
That's right.
That's why you want to do the research. So for me, it's like, wow, legacy builders don't live in the binary.
Mm. Yeah.
So that's
Legacy builders don't live in the box. Write that down. Oh, put a check by it. That's Oism for tonight. That's good. Yeah, that's good.
tonight was heavy. If y'all need a moment, it kind of took me off my coffee high a little bit because everything you shared was really sobering for me. So if y'all are okay, let us know in the comments. Like, we're okay.
We're okay. We're okay.
If
You're okay. You're okay.
okay, listen, if this was heavy for you tonight and you need help, please, Kesslin, tell them how they can get with you and how they can get help, because this was heavy.
And it's not easy.
Yeah.
If getting a doctoral degree was easy, everybody would do it.
Yeah.
It's not easy. It is counterintuitive. But the good thing is that you have support. I am here. Like I do free stuff for people all the time. I am here to support you. And what I do is I help people get in, through, and out of their doctoral program so they can make a dynamic difference in the world. I am here. All you have to do is schedule drkesslin.com/schedule. Make your first 30-minute just free 30-minute session for free. Doesn't cost you anything. And let's talk through like where you are and how I can help you. It's an honor to be able to do this work. It truly is.
Yeah.
It truly is.
Yeah.
So that Nyla just said that's it. I don't know if y'all can hear.
That's it. And we're in time. I think we're less than 30 minutes.
Hey,
we did good. Shout us out, Dr. Jones, in the back. We did good tonight.
He gave the thumbs up. He's like, but y'all not done yet. All right, here we are. What's coming up? What do we have? Where are you going, Doc?
So this week, much like last week, I have to continue my 0 to 3 critical competencies training. I have several trainings to do locally, virtually, but no travel as of yet. So I'm excited about continuing to practice rest as resistance.
Resistance.
There it is.
Rest as resistance.
That's what I'll be doing.
Well, I have quite a bit coming up. BPD is over. I am speaking at Trinity University in Palos Heights.
Nice.
I'll be talking about faith and practice on the 11th of this month. So that's Monday. Tomorrow. Monday?
Yeah, the 11th. Today's the 10th.
Okay. Monday, tomorrow. So yeah. But I do want to say a few things that are happening. So as you all know, I'm the interim executive director for the North American Association of Christians in Social Work, and we are having a virtual forum on March 22nd and 23rd. It's called Ready, Set, Restore, where social workers, Christian social workers, will be providing training for clergy, congregations, faith communities, care providers, and we want to help you restore your congregations and your communities. So check us out, nacsw.org, Ready, Set, Restore. This is Social Work Month.
Yes.
Hey. So we have a free gift for those who are in social work. I know I'm crossing over my world. Y'all, I have
it's
3 worlds that I operate in.
Good. Give us everything. We want it all. We want it all.
we have a free gift for you. It's a free e-devotional book. nacsw.org/social work 2024 for your free book. I will be at Capitol Hill Seventh-day Adventist Church. That morning, I'll be doing the virtual forum for NACSW. That afternoon, I'll be on a panel with some dynamic, amazing women. Oh, and so I gave away free books in February.
Okay.
I have another gift for everybody who is a doctoral person.
Yay.
April the 4th, I
Okay.
am partnering with the Candace Simmons.
Listen.
Candace Simmons is on the Willie Moore Jr. show every Wednesday or Thursday, and he talks about scholarships and money. We are partnering to help you get your graduate degree for free.
Nice. Heard
So
that.
say it again.
Say it again.
A graduate degree for free.
Free.
So you'll be hearing more about that. You'll be hearing more about that. But mark your calendar for April 4th. That's a lot coming up. I wanted to put it all out. Dr. Jones said I knew y'all couldn't do it in 30 minutes. We are now at 32:14. Anything coming up? Nope. You said you're good.
I'm good. I'm good. We're good.
All right. Let me close out before he closes us out by saying the doctoral degree. Listen, not merely a degree of intelligence, it is a degree of persistence. And we are here to help you persist. Why? Because your research matters. That's all for tonight, y'all. Love y'all. Love you, mom and dad. Talk to you soon. Bye.